Hi, I'm Dave from BMC. In this video, I'm going to show you how BMC BladeLogic Server Automation can analyze the Red Hat Linux systems in your environment to see if any require patching. Patch management has become one of the most time-consuming tasks for many IT organizations. BladeLogic automates the process of building and maintaining a patch repository, analyzing target servers, and deploying required patches. In this example, we analyze Red Hat servers to check for missing or outdated RPMs or errata. So let's do some patch analysis.
In the Jobs folder, navigate to a subfolder, right-click, select New, Patching Jobs, Red Hat Linux Patching Job. Enter a name for the job. For Specify a Catalog, browse to a patch catalog in the Depot folder, select it, click OK, and click Next. On this panel, you specify whether the job should run in install mode or update mode. Install mode is used to install new RPMs as well as any required dependencies. Update mode checks for outdated RPMs based on what is in the patch catalog. This is a patch check, so we select Update mode. Now click the Add button. This is a list of applicable Smart Patch Catalog groups. Select Include or Exclude. We're going to include a list. Select the smart group you want and move it to the list at right. In this walkthrough, we use a patch smart group that includes a limited set of errata. Do not include the default RPMs or errata patch smart groups. Patch analysis jobs analyze patches by collecting an include list and then removing any patches from an exclude list. The contents of patch smart groups can change based on patch characteristics. It is possible for a patch to appear in both the include and the exclude list. If that occurs, the patch is not analyzed. Remember, the include list minus the exclude list gives you the patches to be analyzed. If you do not specify an include or exclude list, the analysis uses all RPMs in the catalog that are applicable to the target servers. Once you've made your selections, click OK and click Next. On this panel, you can set up remediation for missing patches, but we cover remediation in a later demonstration, so we just click Next. On the Targets panel, select the servers that are the targets of this Linux patching job. Move the targets to the list at right. Click Next, then click Next again. On the Schedules panel, you can set up a schedule for the job and you can choose to execute it immediately. We're going to execute immediately, so I select Execute Job Now. Click Finish, and the job begins to execute. If you want to show the Tasks in Progress pane, or any tab for that matter, in full screen mode, just double-click on the tab. When the job finishes, right-click the job in the Jobs folder and select Show Results. Expand the job run, expand Server View, and click Successful Targets. We see a summary of the job results, including the number of missing RPMs and errata for each server. Now expand Successful Targets, select the target, and you see the RPMs and errata that are missing on that server. Optionally, you may want to examine the properties of an RPM or errata before applying it to your servers. Right-click one of these objects and select Open Patch. You see all the information that the OS vendor publishes about that patch, including its install and uninstall commands. Information for an errata includes a list of all associated RPMs. Congratulations, you've seen how BSA lets you analyze patches for the Red Hat Linux operating system. The next step is to deliver the appropriate fixes to target servers.